All right, so I'm going to show you how to do a floor plan. So what I want you to do, pretend that this construction paper right here is the floor in the hall. So I'm just going to do mine on a smaller scale. You will be doing yours the actual real size in the hall. So again, we're just pretending that this is the floor outside my classroom. All right, so one of the first things we want to do is create the walls. So one of the walls is going to be 10 feet. So you're going to take your tape measure, and reminding you that it's got SI, metric, and customary measurements on there. So the top line is for feet and inches. That's the customary. I highlighted it yellow for you to see, but you can see it says 10 feet right there, and below it it says 3 meters. So bottom is SI, metric, top is customary. So we are focusing on the customary measurements. So our first measurement is going to be 10 feet. So you're going to go all the way to the end of this not meter stick, of this tape measure until you get to 10 feet. And how do you know you got to 10 feet? Right now I'm at 8. All the way to 10 feet. Now be careful that you don't overextend this. It'll say stop. So right there, I see my 10 feet right there. So pretending I'm laying this out on the ground outside on the floor, and I'm going to measure out 10 feet. Once I measure out the 10 feet, what I would suggest you do, you have your beginning mark and your ending mark. So remember, this was 0 where you first lay the tape measure. And then over here you go, and then you get to 10 feet right there. So if you make little tick marks for yourself, then your team could then take your your masking tape, stretch that out. So some person's holding it down at this end, and another person's holding it down at the other end. And they're marking it. So let me fix that. That'd be maybe about right there. So this is the beginning right there, and you're measuring all the way across straight as you can until you get to 10. So let's pretend that that is my 10 feet. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to measure out my 10 feet. Again, I'm going to have my starting point. Actually, I would go, let's do this one next. This is going to be your 8 foot. So this is 10 foot from here to here, and I'm just going to mark 10 feet right there. And that's the symbol for 10 feet. And this is going to be 8 foot. So using this as my guide, because remember, I want it of the space in between. I don't want to count in the size of the tape. So this would be my 0. I would be taking my tape measure, and we would be measuring out all the way up to 8 feet. So once I got to my 8 feet, I make a little tick mark. You can put tape there, do something. And then you're going to take your tape, you and your team, and you are going to go from the beginning there all the way to there. So I'm going to cut that extra off. And then from there to here is my 8 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it 8 feet. Or I prefer you mark it this way, that with that symbol. All right, so now that I have that, that is my 8 foot mark from there to there. Here's my 10 foot mark. And again, I'm going to take my tape measure with my team, and we're going to measure all the way out to 10 feet. Once I get to my 10 feet, then we're going to take our tape, and we're going to run this huge tape line. Now, might be pretty cumbersome with making a 10-foot line of tape, so you might have to do it in sections. I can do mine as one line because I'm not doing it actually to 10 feet. All right, so let's pretend it ended there, and this goes to here, and that's my line for my 10 feet. And then I'm going to finish up with my 8 foot. My team, we measure out 8 feet. Voila, and we map that out. So then I have this room right here, from the inside, from this inside here to this inside here is 10 feet. from here to here, it should be 8 feet. So we're talking about the inside of it. And again, the inside on here should be 8 feet. All right, so the next thing I need you to do is map out a door. The information on the door is that it's on the 10-foot wall. So here's my 10-foot wall. It is located 2 feet and 6 inches from the corner, the left corner. So right-hand side, left-hand side. So I'm going to take my tape measure with my team, and we are going to measure out 2 feet, 6 inches. Blah, 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 blah. You measure that out. And then I need you to make a little mark right there. And that's where the door starts. Now the door is 2 feet 6 inches wide. So again, we're going to take our tape measure and we're going to measure that out. So from here to here, it was 2 feet 6 inches. That's just coming off the wall. And from 2 feet 6 inches, which is about like right there, that is going to be where my door is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mark on my tape, not on the floor. And I'm going to mark door. And I'm going to say that it is 2 feet 6 inches. This space is your remainder. So that's going to be one of my questions I'm going to ask you. What's the measurement from here to here? What is that? So we have our door mapped out. The door will go right here. So here's the corner, wall, door, rest of the wall. Now I need a window. So the window is going on the other 10-foot wall, which is right over here. It is located 4 feet 3 inches from the left-hand corner. So left corner, we're going to measure out, you'll take your tape measure, blah, 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 blah. You'll measure out 4 feet 3 inches. And once you have that measured, you're going to make a mark right there on the tape, not on the floor. And then mark this 4 feet 3 inches. This is where the window is going to go. So I need you to mark that for the window. And the window, how wide is it? It is 2 feet 9 inches. So you and your team will measure out 2 feet 9 inches, blah, 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 blah. You'll make a mark. And I want you to label this window. And again, what is this measurement? That's what I want to know. So once you have that done, I need you to go ahead and finish labeling the 8-foot wall from there to there. Yes, there's my 8 foot, and of course from here to here is my 10 foot. I would like you and your team to figure out what this dimension would be. I think, yep, that's it.